Hi there, Massy here, coach, strategist and author of a few books, and welcome to my video series where I'm teaching you about some of the things I've learned along my coaching journey over the last 10 plus years. And this first video is about why most coaches fail. And this is again just my perspective, and there's a number of things that can cause it, but I think this is a pretty big and powerful thing and something that you need to be aware of if you want to go down this coaching journey. So I've been training coaches through an apprenticeship program or through a bigger training program for a number of years. So I've seen a number of coaches, I've coached a number of coaches, and one of the things that I believe is one of the reasons why coaches might get spat out the back is it's really hard to show up in front of your client being 100% authentic in the idea that you're doing what you're teaching them. You're practicing what you teach. You're practicing what you encourage your clients to do. In this day and age where trust is pretty low, it's so important to establish a trusting relationship. So what I find is a lot of people talk the talk but don't walk the walk. And a lot of coaches aren't willing to invest the time into themselves, so they're always top of their game when they're in front of their clients, and there's no time that they're teaching a client or encouraging a client or working with the client to do something within their own life if they're not fully doing it themselves. Because that creates this out of alignment. And if we feel internally out of alignment, like we're this imposter, and you've heard of imposter syndrome before, if I find and feel like I'm a bit of an imposter in front of my client, they're going to pick up on it as well. So I think one of the biggest challenges for most coaches is they don't do enough work on themselves to be fully primed up, to sit in front of the client in front of them and feel fully integrated, feeling fully that they're doing what they're talking about doing, encouraging the client in front of them to lean into and lean towards. So that for me is the number one biggest thing. And the way to get around that, or the way to work with that, I get up in the morning and I probably do about 2 hours on average of work on myself in order to prepare myself to be the person I need to be in order to be able to sit in front of that client in the right state of mind, their right state of being, and the right level of integration to be able to fully serve that person in front of me. So unless you're willing to continue doing the work, and maybe there's some coaches that, start getting into the place but stop doing the work themselves. So they stop, doing the work that allows them to show up as the greatest version of themselves, because that's what we're trying to do as a coach, is to bring out the greatest version of someone opposite us. If we're not constantly doing that work, if we haven't pushed against our edges, if we're not taking risks, if we're not taking chances, if we're not dreaming big, if we're not highly productive, if we're not all of these things, then it's very difficult for us to sit with integrity and authenticity in front of our clients. So again, I think that's one of the key things. If you want to go down this path, make sure you commit to it. And the beautiful thing is this: my doing that 2 hours in the morning, preparing myself, is all part of my job as a coach. So it's not 2 hours before I start work, it is the work, and it's integrated into it. So part of the thing I love about coaching is I'm reminded each and every day with every conversation I have with a client as to what I can be doing better myself. So we have those conversations going on, but we really need to do the work on ourselves. We really need to go to the places we're asking our clients to go in order for us to fully show up and for us to feel right and for our clients to pick that up and resonate with it and actually see the person. So the client looks at us and sees a person that they want to become. You know, we need to set that example. So it requires work, and that's why some people definitely cannot handle the coaching game, because they think it's easy and they're not willing to invest the time, energy and effort to do the work on themselves rather than just speak it all to their clients. So there you go. If you've got any questions on this, don't hesitate to reach out. And again, if you're interested in an apprenticeship program with me, I take about 2 apprentices per year. So reach out and let's start the conversation, and we'll just see where it goes. We'll make sure that we're the right fit, and if we're not the right fit, I'll encourage you and provide you with some advice on how to move forward. So I hope this was of benefit for you. I hope you're having a fantastic day wherever you are. All the very best, and take care.